Robinson has one more shoe shine story in just a minute.
You're listening to GPS, God, People, Stories, a podcast production of the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Preaching to one person may be the greatest sermon that I'll ever preach.
Billy Graham.
I have had the privilege of preaching to great crowds all over the world. And I don't know why they come, except God sends them. And that's been a great privilege. But I believe that some of the greatest opportunities I've ever had have been with one person. You see, I think one of the greatest sermons Jesus ever preached, he preached to Nicodemus, just one man. One of the greatest sermons Paul ever preached, he preached to a governor, Felix. So you can talk to one person. And it may be more important than this great crowd here tonight that I'm talking to. Just witnessing to one person about Jesus Christ, who died on the cross, and by the resurrection, God is saying to all of you, because he died, I've accepted his atonement, I've accepted his sacrifice in your place. The debt is paid. You don't ever have to pay for your sins. It's all paid for.
And now back to the hosts of GPS, Phil Fleischman and Jim Kirkland.
Are you familiar with the Billy Graham Rapid Response Team? It's a team of chaplains who deploy to crisis situations all across the U.S. and even around the world. They minister to survivors of tragedies, both natural and man-made, everything from tornadoes to terrorist attacks. You can read about their truly, truly amazing work at our website, billygrahamradio.org. Click on What We Do, and you'll see Rapid Response Team.
All right, so we've got one last story from William Robinson. It's one that we actually witnessed a couple years ago, Jim and I, before we knew William.
Now, this happened at an earlier National Religious Broadcasters Convention in Nashville. William had set up his shoe shine stand, but the hotel told him he had to take it down because the chairs he was using didn't meet code. So he did. But he said when he woke up the next morning, he really sensed God telling him to go back to the hotel.
So I grabbed my work bag. I came in early that morning. I was coming down the escalator, and the shoe shine stand was out here in the open space. And mine was gone, though. The hotel, in the middle of the night, built the shoe shine stand with 2 king-size throne chairs and built and put flowers around it. I mean, man, it was nice, trust me.
They had built them for William to use, and I remember thinking when I saw them, that is the nicest shoe shine stand I've ever seen. Well, I came away from my time with William Robinson thinking that he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. So we want to thank William for his kindness, his faithfulness, and just for spending some time with us. And thank you for listening. I'm Phil Fleischman.
And I'm Jim Kirkland. And the word for this week, if somebody suggests you need a shoe shine, get your shoe shine.
That's right.
We are more than meat.
You're listening to GPS, God, People, Stories. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, and on billygrahamradio.org. We're also on Facebook. Just search for Billy Graham Radio. GPS is an outreach of the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. Always good news.
Gotta shine.